Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fikri Ramadhan from Department of Economic, Faculty of Economic, Andalas University. Now, I will present the result of my final research on the relationship between student perception and the participation rate COVID-19 vaccine. Table of content is the first introduction, second method, 3 result, 4 discussion, and the last conclusion. The first introduction. In January 2020, the World Health Organization (WHO) declared the novel coronavirus disease outbreak in Hubei province, China, a public health emergency of international concern. 2 months later, on March 11, 2020, the WHO declared the COVID-19 coronavirus outbreak a pandemic. Coronavirus are a large family of viruses that are common in animals and can use disease of animal for human. Coronavirus disease (COVID-19) is an infection disease caused by the newly discovered coronavirus, now the acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, SARS-CoV-2. The first human case of coronavirus was identified in the city of Wuhan, China, in December 2019. The most common symptoms of COVID-19 are fever, fatigue, dry cough, some severe may experience aches and pains, nasal congestion, runny nose, sore throats, or diarrhea. The COVID-19 pandemic that has occurred since the end of 2019 almost worldwide has caused millions of people to die. As of December 2021, as many as 281 million cases were found worldwide with 5.141 million deaths. In Indonesia, COVID cases in December 2021 reached 4.2008 million, with deaths reached 114.4, and a spike in cases in August reached 3.8 million, with deaths reaching 104. The spike in cases occurred due to the emergence of a new variant, namely its Delta variant. Vaccination is the administration of vaccine that can stimulate the formation of immunity antibody in the human body. The provision of this vaccine is one of the efforts to reduce the number of infections and deaths due to COVID-19. The type of vaccines given include Sinovac vaccine, Moderna vaccine, AstraZeneca vaccine, Pfizer vaccine. The Indonesia government has started a vaccination program in early 2021, and since July 2021 has accelerated vaccination to mass vaccination. The vaccination program has caused many problems in society. There are many pros and cons related to this vaccination program due to different perceptions in society. Based on a survey conducted by the Indonesia Ministry of Health, ITAGI, UNICEF, and WHO online on 19 to 37 September 2020, with 76% of respondents aged 18 to 15 years. It is known that there are considerable concerns regarding the safety and effectiveness of vaccine, distrust of vaccine, and problems related to vaccination legality. The existence, the distinct cause of affect public perception related to vaccination. According to research conducted by Rukani, the result of hoax news related to COVID-19 related of vaccination composite vaccine side effect faster rejection by the Indonesian Doctor Association (IDI). Unbelievable information regarding the COVID-19 vaccination caused excitedly fear and doubt regarding vaccination. This can affect participation regarding the willingness or level of participation in the vaccination program. Next, method. This research is analytic observation study. The study was conducted in December 2021. The instrument used in this study was questionnaire containing data on the name, gender, COVID-19 vaccine received, reason for vaccination, student perception of COVID-19 vaccination. Questionnaires were distributed to respondents via Google Form. Respondents were study of economic Andalas University Padang, totally 22 people. The sampling technique used in this research is simple random sampling. Of the 22 samples, 91.7% of the respondents were female, while the remaining 8.3% from the survey data above. It is known that 91.7% of respondents have vaccination against COVID-19, while 8.3% have not. This can mean the most of the students who are respondents already have awareness to vaccination against COVID-19. Next, for the COVID-19 vaccine, there was achieved as many as 88.7% of respondents had received the Sinovac vaccine, 8.3% received the Moderna vaccine, 18.7% received the Pfizer vaccine, and there were 8.3% of students who did not vaccinate. In addition, there were no respondents who received the AstraZeneca vaccine. The respondents stated that the vaccination was carried out for several reasons, where most of respondents vaccination because they were aware of taking care of their own health. In addition, respondents also said the vaccination was carried out because it complied with the recommendation for the government and made it easy to travel out of the town and the care of administration in the government. The negative participation that respondents have in the study is possible because information regarding vaccination use to body immunity or artificial antibody is still rarely accessible to the public. Information related to vaccination that are used to form antibody to reduce the impact of being exposed to COVID-19 is very rarely obtained the public. The current government COVID-19 vaccination program, which is intended to build herd immunity as the same force of must be accelerated. In addition, the circulation of hoax or fake news related to the COVID-19 vaccine has also further reduced public perception regarding the COVID vaccine program, the risk being promoted by the government. The administration of the COVID-19 vaccine basically faced problems similar to the immunization program for toddlers. There are still many people who cannot believe and doubt of effectivity of vaccination use. Some people question the healthiness of the ingredient used to make vaccine. Some ask about the quality of injured vaccine, and some people also question the impact of vaccine injection COVID-19 itself. Discussion. Public participation of acceptance of the COVID-19 vaccination. The perception held by the community will affect public essentially is facing participation in the COVID-19 vaccination program carried out by the government as effort to establish group immunity. This is in accordance with the theoretical concept but put forward by Fred. Anxiety that causes an individual relate to something, one of which is influenced by the perception held by individual regarding the mate itself. In order to overcome the anxiety and resistance that may arise in the community regarding the COVID-19 vaccination program being carried out by the government must start to socialize and introduce the COVID-19 vaccination itself to the public. Asian people who have a variety of culture, belief require a variety of different methods from the one other. Adjusting the method is delivering information to the public, especially using elements of culture and local wealth owned by the community, will feature increase the success rate of information transfer related to the COVID-19 vaccine by the government to the public. The formation for a public policy that is not balanced with the knowledge and awareness for the community will raise doubt for the public about the program that is being carried out itself. Involving various community leaders, health workers, religion leaders, and others will make the public understand more about the COVID-19 vaccine and increase public confidence in the performance of the COVID-19 vaccination itself. When public trust is built, it is certainly that the COVID-19 vaccine program initiated by the government to form herd immunity will be achieved and in accordance with the expected goal. The last is conclusion. Of the 22 respondents with a good perception, there were 91.7% of students who had been vaccinated and 8.3% who had not been vaccinated. While most of the respondents took the negative perception of respondents in the study was possible because of information related to vaccination used to build immunity. Artificial antibodies are still rarely accessible to the public. Involving various community leaders, health workers, religion leaders, and others will make the public understand more about the COVID-19 vaccine and increase people's confidence in the performance of the COVID-19 vaccine itself. When public trust is built, it is certain that the COVID-19 vaccine program initiated by the government of the herd immunity will be achieved in accordance with the expected goal. That is my presentation. Thank you.